Welcome to our YouTube channel. We'll be looking at Awesome Oscillator strategy. So before we start, we are going to place a trade, and we are placing a sell trade because of the strategy we are about to use. So we're going to increase our lot size to 1 minute lot, then we'll take a sell position. Hi, you're welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we will be looking at Awesome Oscillator and how to trade using this indicator. We have two significant technique on how to use this indicator. So the first thing you do is you come to your indicator window, so we can add it. You go to your main chart and you search for Awesome Oscillator under Bill Williams. So we select this. Now the Awesome Oscillator has a value up on the green, then value down, which is red. Now the next thing is it has a zero line, which will have a configured setting which we can also use, but let's focus on the default setting. Then you click done. Now you have your Awesome Oscillator set. Now if you look at this, let me zoom in. You have your histogram bar or your bar up, some represented in green, some are in red. Then the next point is your zero line. So what it does is the histogram or the bars form above and below. Now how can you trade using Awesome Oscillator? There are two ways. First, we are going to be looking at the colors. Let's take this. Like I said, we have our bars forming above and below. Immediately the color changes on your Awesome Oscillator. Let's assume the market was on the positive side, which is on the bar up region. Immediately the histogram or the bars turns red. What it's telling you is that this market is going to push down, which means it's going to go short, it's telling us that the market is going to sell at a particular point. So let's take, for instance, this bar. Immediately this bar came into play, you see the market was bearish. So if we put on our crosshair, you can notice that this is the bearish candle that gave us this bar, and the next candle turned bearish. So immediately you see this first bar, on the second bar you should take your sell trade. Now we're on UJ 5 minutes, M5. So if you had seen this, you would have taken your sell position on this. Now we see after this the market kept on going down till it crossed the zero line. So this was the first point where you would have entered your sell. Then the next point where you could have entered another sell is on the zero line. So the best way to trade is immediately you see the bars turn red, you sell. Now if you're expecting a buy market, you are expecting the market to turn green, that's the bars. So the best way we trade the Awesome Oscillator, immediately the first bar, we got the notification on this candle, we took our sell trade, which we took this first position. Now if you were entering late at this point, you would have at the next point where you would have entered was on the second bar, which was our second entry. This was our second entry. For those who can enter the third entry, immediately you see this is the next time you could enter if you missed the opportunity. So we are going to take a sell at this point, and I'm going to take another, okay, and I'm going to say sell. So we have our second entry, which is placed below the zero line. So whenever you're trading with the Awesome Oscillator, your first indication for sell starts with the bar. Immediately the bar turns red, you take a sell, for those who are willing to take a sell immediately. But what you need to know is this failed most times, so that's why you need to wait for a confirmation. Now the confirmation is you taking your trade on the second candle, on the second bar, which is this was where we took our trade. So we have our trade getting to our take profit. Remember, this is our third entry. Now this is the second entry for your confirmation. Now the next confirmation you need is moving average. Now price is already below moving average, so if you're looking for a strategy on how to use this double moving average, you check on our link and you get the teaching on that. So at this next stage, our trade has moved a reasonable peep. So all I'm just going to do is I'm going to trail this down to this. So I'm going to change my stop loss to this price at 144712. So that's just what I'm going to do. So just to secure part of this profit. So we're going to do that. So we have our trade secured at that point. Next thing we do is we wait for our second take profit to close out. So we have some of our trade closed out already in profit. So this is just a simple way to use Awesome Oscillator. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of these strategies. Thank you.